want to discover the flame that hides within you? Do you want to take a journey to discover your authentic self? I am Maria Felachidou, systemic consultant and Colour PsychoDynamics practitioner. Together, we will explore ways to discover your inner flame. Welcome. Come inside. Take a seat, a deep breath, and relax. Today, I want to start with a question. Have you ever felt guilty? Not because you did something wrong, but because you started doing something right for yourself. Guilty because you set a boundary. Guilty because you didn't answer immediately. Guilty because you didn't pick up the phone. Guilty because you simply couldn't do it anymore. And maybe the deepest guilt of all, guilt because you grew, because you evolved, because you moved away. Today, we're going to talk about that feeling. The guilt that appears when you start creating distance. We will explore what invisible loyalties are from a systemic perspective, the weight of thinking I owe them, why personal growth can feel like betrayal, the everyday struggles my clients face when they try to step away from toxic relationships, and how Colour PsychoDynamics can help us release guilt when we protect ourselves. And today, I want to speak to you as if it's just the two of us here. You know, guilt is not always yours. Let's say something clearly. Guilt is not always a sign that you did something wrong. Very often, it's a sign of bonding. In systemic work, we talk about invisible loyalties. Invisible loyalties are unconscious bonds that connect us to our family system, to the people who raised us, to the emotional history we were born into. These bonds are not logical, they're not conscious, and they are not chosen. They are deeply embedded. Inside us, the child says things like, if you suffered, I don't deserve to be happy. Or, if you stayed in a difficult marriage, I shouldn't leave mine. Or even, if you sacrificed so much for me, I owe you. I have to give back to you what you gave me. And this is where the heavy feeling of I owe them begins. I owe them is one of the heaviest emotional burdens a person can carry. And it is very different from gratitude. Gratitude frees us. Debt binds us. Think about it. If you feel you owe your parents your happiness, your loyalty, your silence, your endurance, then every step towards your independence feels like unpaid debt. And when that happens, distance feels like betrayal. Let me ask you something. When you think about setting a boundary with someone, a parent, a partner, a friend, what do you fear most? That they will be hurt, that they will reject you, that they will say you have changed, or maybe something deeper. Maybe you fear losing your right to belong. Every system has an internal balance. Families develop unspoken roles that keep the emotional structure stable. When you change your role, the balance is disturbed. For example, maybe for years you were the peacemaker in the family, or the responsible one, or even the strong one, or the one who never complained, or even the one who held everything together like a glue. When you stop playing that role, then something shifts. Because if you stop carrying that weight, well, someone else might have to face it. Someone else might have to pick it up and carry it instead of you. And that creates tension in the system, creates agitation. So, growth can feel like betrayal, not because it actually is betrayal, but because it changes the system's balance. Well, not the balance that there should be, the system's balance that is the right one. I don't want to use the word correct one. It's the right one, it's the actual balance. Every system creates a balance on its own, even if it's not the right one. Even if it's not the right one, things like find their own way of working between the people in a system, in a family, even if they're not as they are supposed to be. And when one of the members of the family changes that, makes a different move, then this fake balance is lost. And things may happen. There may be arguments, resentments, various emotions come up. But that does not mean that they're not good. This change is not good. In actuality, it helps the system to find its real balance. Inside you, the inner child might whisper, "If I leave, I will abandon them." But the adult in you can slowly learn to say, "I can honor love without repeating pain." As an adult, if we make this decision to honor the love we were given without repeating the pain that came along with it, is a very important step towards an actual, a real balance in our lives and also in our family's life. Because feeling like everything is set, everything is okay, everything is settled, it could be an illusion. Underneath this false pretense, this illusion of everything is okay, things boil. There is upset, there are feelings hidden under the mat, there are dynamics that are brewing, and you never know how they may erupt. So it is important for the system, for the family system, for the members of the family to find their actual balance, their real balance, the balance they were born to live in. Let me share something from my experience. Many of the people who work with me say things like, "I know this relationship is toxic, but I feel guilty leaving." Or, "I try to set boundaries, but then I apologize, I feel bad about them." Or, "I always end up taking care of everyone." Or, "If I step back, I feel like a bad person. I don't feel good in me. So the problem is not the difficult relationship. The deeper struggle is actually the guilt that appears the moment they try to protect themselves. And that guilt often leads to overgiving, emotional exhaustion, confusion, burnout, or even psychosomatic symptoms, illness. Because when your no triggers guilt, you learn to say yes to your own pain. You accept your own pain because you cannot handle the guilt that comes with change. Let's pause together for a moment. If you can, close your eyes. Bring to mind the person you feel guilty distancing yourself from. Just see them in front of you. Now quietly say inside, I honor what you gave me, and I return to you what does not belong to me. I do not need to repay your love with my life. Just notice what you feel after saying these phrases. Notice how the other person is looking at you. What has changed? Or maybe what hasn't? Nothing needs to change right now. Just observe. Simply observe. If you want, if you feel that you're able to, you can even take a small bow. Make a small bow towards that person, saying on your inside, thank you for the life you gave me. Thank you for the goodness you gave me. Allow me now to go forward with my own life. Allow me to make my own choices. If you can. If you don't feel that you're able to do it, it's okay. Just observe what happens within yourself, within your body. And when you're ready, take a deep breath and open your eyes again. Now let's see another perspective of the perspective of Colour PsychoDynamics and how it can help. Well, it's not simply a system about colors, it is a map of inner psychological qualities. Each color represents a set of gifts and also a shadow pattern. For example, an immature expression of rose may say, if I'm not kind and accommodating, I won't be loved. Whereas the shadow of purple may confuse sacrifice with spirituality, or a blocked red may be afraid to express anger or boundaries. And an indigo may often carry responsibility that doesn't belong to it. When you understand your personal color profile, you start to see where guilt is being activated inside you. Instead of fighting yourself, you reconnect with the mature expression of your colors. Mature pink says, "My kindness does not require self-sacrifice." A balanced red says, "A boundary is an act of life." A purple, in its own strength, says, "Love does not mean dissolving myself," whereas an indigo might say, "I can see clearly and remain centered within myself." And when these qualities begin to stabilize inside you, well, then guilt slowly transforms into inner clarity. Freedom does not come without conflict. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it comes through inner recognition. There are a few steps that can help. First, recognize that guilt does not always mean you did something wrong. Second, separate love from self-sacrifice. Third, allow the system, the family system, to reorganize without returning to your old role. Just be patient, stay strong in your position, and allow things to reorganize, to shift. As you have changed, others have to follow your lead and change as well, willingly or not. Our environment, when we change, has to adapt somehow. You have to be patient and give it time to happen. Fourth, strengthen the mature qualities within your color profile. And finally, remember something important. Growth is not betrayal. It's the natural movement of life. When you move away from something that hurts you, you are not moving away from love. You are moving away from confusion, from entanglements, from imbalance. If something inside you was stirred today, if you felt like this conversation was somehow about your life, then maybe you are standing at a very important point in your journey. The moment where you no longer want to shrink yourself in order to belong. And this brings us to the question of our next episode. Can I belong without making myself smaller? Can I be fully myself and still remain connected? Can I grow without losing love? In Inner Flame's next episode, we will explore the deep human need to belong and how we can honor that need without betraying ourselves. I want to thank you very much for accompanying me in one more Inner Flame episode. Remember that you can always subscribe and follow on Spotify, Instagram, and Facebook to get notifications about new episodes and Inner Flame news. As always, I am more than happy to read your messages, your questions, and answer them. Or maybe even your suggestions for a new episode. Until next time, remember this. You do not have to carry guilt to prove your love. Real love can survive everything. And your evolution is not betrayal. It is your inner flame growing brighter. Bye-bye. You've been listening to the Inner Flame podcast with systemic consultant and Colour PsychoDynamics practitioner Maria Felachidou. Search for this podcast on Spotify and follow Inner Flame on Instagram and Facebook.